So we are in COVID week 7 of lockdown, and thank goodness people are starting to disobey what they should have disobeyed about 3-4 weeks ago. Get outside. Look, don't let them scare you. Here are some relevant numbers. Anytime that you feel scared about the COVID, here are some relevant numbers. As of today, there are almost 66,000 deaths in America, of course, most of them being in New York City, or actually in New York, apologize. And the latest news that I heard is that 45% of those deaths come from people that are living in nursing facilities, old folks' homes, assisted care, whatever you want to call them, nursing homes, where the average life expectancy is 5 months. So 45% of the people that are being killed, or probably about 30,000, only have an average of about 5 months to live anyway. And people are freaking out. It's real simple, folks. You treat it like any other flu. If you feel sick, you go to the doctors. That's it. You don't go to work. You don't go to your grandma's house and be like, start coughing up all over. You're like, oh, grandma, yeah, I feel like I have the flu. My body hurts. I got a fever. You shouldn't go around anybody when you're like that, you selfish bastard. So, finally, the folks in Orange County have had enough. For those of you that don't know about Orange County, California, we're like the Texas of California. The most Republican, the most conservative, other than maybe Riverside County, like where I keep my horse, Batman. Riverside County is, actually, I take that back. Riverside County is like the Texas. Orange County is probably more like the Arizona of California, mostly Republican. But these people have had enough. Freaking Gavin Newsom telling everybody, you have to stay at home, you have to stay at home. And now he wants to put us on punishment because people in Orange County were like, hey, you know what? We're all going to stay a good distance away from each other. They're all keeping like 10, 12, 15 feet. But all it takes is one idiot photographer to stand way the hell back with a zoom lens and take a picture of everybody on the Orange County beaches. And if anybody has ever taken any kind of marketing class or photography class, they know if you want, in my marketing class in college, they showed us 2 pictures of the exact same street. One picture was from the people that wanted to get rid of all the gas stations. They said it's too crowded, too cluttered. What they did was they stood about a mile back. They used the most powerful telephoto lens they could, and they took a picture. So it looked like these 5 gas stations were right on top of each other. It looked very cluttered. And then they took a picture from actual street view with a wide-angle lens, and you can see it's like every 3 or 4 blocks there was a gas station. So there was no problem. So idiot Gavin Newsom took this one photo, had his typical knee-jerk, libtard reaction to everything, which is if one person dies from having their finger pricked by, a thumbtack, we just ban all thumbtacks. Because that's how they stay in power. Oh my God, do you realize how many people we could have prevented from having their thumbs pricked if we would have just banned all thumbtacks? They're so short-sighted and so idiotic with their wanting to protect everybody. So yeah, 66,000 people have died from COVID. We have 330 million people in this country. That means that 0.02% of Americans have died from COVID. That's nothing. That means there's There's a Jeep in my rearview mirror. I see him coming up. The white Jeep. So the people in Huntington Beach Friday have finally had enough of this crap. Huntington Beach is in Orange County. They said, we don't care. We're gonna, we're gonna show up. We're gonna protest. You all taking away our right to assemble. And the sheriff of Orange County is like, I'm not enforcing any laws that require people to stay off the beaches. I mean, we'll stand there. We'll make sure that people aren't getting too close, that people aren't rioting or doing anything wrong. We're not going to take anybody to jail because they want to get out and go to a beach that their tax dollars pay for. When we already know the way to beat this virus is to just wear a mask and stay 6 foot away from each other. This is what happens when you give a person too much power. Gavin Newsom saw that there's a global panic going on. He seized on it, and he's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you all that you need to stay at home. And then when people in Orange County were like, we didn't even vote for you anyway, we're not staying home, he shut down all the beaches in California. I don't know if y'all know, California, our coastline, if it was on the East Coast, would run through like, I don't know, like 12 states. That would be like one idiot up in Maine saying, I don't care what you want, South Carolina. We're up here in Maine, and we're shutting down your beaches in South Carolina because we don't trust the local governments that you all elected to make the correct decisions for you. Imagine if the asshole governor of Maine got to shut down South Carolina. Y'all motherfuckers would find that rebel flag. Yo, where'd that rebel flag go from them old days? Yeehaw! Fire up the General Lee, boys. We're gonna go riot. So, California's a very long state. We probably have at least 8 different political, socio-economical, legitimate could-be states within our borders. Well, we all get lumped together as Californians because, the shape of our state, but people in Sacramento don't represent the beliefs of those in Bakersfield. LA County and Orange County are completely different. I mean, you want to draw a line through Southern California, it's right where the LA County border hits the Orange County border. It's like 2 completely different countries, let alone states. That's the latest in COVID news. They don't want to talk about, anything other than COVID. Everybody's over it. You know what? Like I said in last week's video, just go out and live your life. You know what? Wear a mask or take a mask with you. Some stores are going to require you to wear masks. Some won't. Go out and live your life. Don't let the government dictate what you can and can't do. Like me, I'm going out to see my horse. It just got legal to go out and see my horse this weekend, or I think on Friday, yesterday. But I don't care. I'll go out and see my horse whenever I want to. If you want to pull me over, you want to arrest me, fine. We'll fight it in court. I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to be an asshole. The cops are going to do their jobs. But one thing they taught us in the Marine Corps was not only do you have the right to disobey an illegal order, it is your obligation as a decent person to disobey unethical or illegal orders. This order that you're not letting people assemble sounds oddly reminiscent of how these dictatorships come into being. They tell you, hey, you know what, for whatever reason, insert reason here, Nobody's allowed to go outside for a while until we hang this over. Yo-ho-ho! Till we resolve this matter. You know, don't mind the tanks in the streets. They're there for your protection because of whatever. You know, this is exactly, the government doesn't strip your rights all at once. You know, Venezuela didn't happen in a weekend. You know, you take any country, Iraq, Iran, they didn't, North Korea, they didn't fall under dictatorships under the guise of one guy just stood up and said, not like Cuba. Cuba was a legitimate coup, overthrowing of the government. They legitimately, but that's not normally how it happens. Normally how it happens is they need to, you know, hearts and minds. They win you over. They tell you, hey, this is, right now we need to fight this COVID. You need to stay at home. You need to do what we say. They are doing things like, they are banning grocery stores from selling non-essential items. Yeah, we'll get in that in my next video. Alright, well, thank you all so much for watching. As you can tell by the red, white, and blue stripes on the street, I am getting very close to my horrors. I hope you all liked the video. I hope that you all will go out and live your life. If you get arrested, so what? Big deal, what? What are they going to do? Oh, they arrested you for exercising your right to free travel, to be a good person, to go out and just do whatever. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Bye. I love Norco. You gotta love Norco.